Sitting at the heavy gate of terminal number 3, where the midnight shadows fall on the cold machinery. The monitors are totally black, the duty-free is dark. The heavy metal airplanes are resting in the park. A solitary cleaning machine is humming on the floor. I am staring blankly at the heavy boarding door. My luggage is a heavyweight beside my weary feet, trapped inside a bubble where the time and distance meet. No one is departing and nobody arrives, suspended in the middle of our heavy tired lives. The fluorescent light is buzzing with the subtle yellow glow. I have forgotten completely where I really need to go. Lost inside the terminal at 3 o'clock a.m. A ghost among the empty seats, separated from them, waiting for a heavy flight that never leaves the ground, wrapped inside the blanket of a muted heavy sound. In the empty hall, waiting for the call. Watching the radar screen, the spaces in between. Passport in my pocket feels like a heavy stone. I am disconnected from the places I have known. Through the heavy tinted glass I see the runway lights, a silent empty runway on the darkest of the nights. The coffee is gone cold inside the paper cup. I'm waiting for the heavy sun to finally come up, but here inside the waiting lounge the time is standing still. I am surrendering myself completely to its will. No one is departing and nobody arrives, suspended in the middle of our heavy tired lives. The fluorescent light is buzzing with the subtle yellow glow. I have forgotten completely where I really need to go. Lost inside the terminal at 3 o'clock a.m. A ghost among the empty seats, separated from them, waiting for a heavy flight that never leaves the ground, wrapped inside the blanket of a muted heavy sound. The radar is spinning, sweeping the empty sky. There are no more heavy birds that are scheduled to fly. I lie across 3 empty chairs and close my heavy eyes, listening to the air conditioning's heavy quiet sighs. I am a piece of cargo left upon the carousel, living in this quiet and transparent heavy hotel. The boarding pass is just a piece of paper in my hand. I don't belong to the sky, I don't belong to the land. I wanna stay right here inside this heavy liminal space, without a destination and without a human face. Lost inside the terminal at 3 o'clock a.m. A ghost among the empty seats, separated from them, waiting for a heavy flight that never leaves the ground, wrapped inside the blanket of a muted heavy sound. Flight delayed, empty gate, nowhere to go. Hmm. the heavy water rushes in and swallows up the clothes, washing out the heavy scent of everywhere I go. The rain is beating softly on the big display glass. I watch the yellow taxi cabs in slow motion pass. The smell of the detergent is heavy in the air, a warm and quiet sanctuary for the ones who care. The metal drum is turning in a heavy endless loop, a solitary figure sitting on the plastic stool. The temperature is rising in the humid little room, chasing out the shadows of the heavy midnight gloom. Watching the heavy circles in the midnight laundromat, listening to the rhythm of the heavy dripping tap, waiting for the spin cycle to take the dirt away, preparing for the heavy start of another empty day. Oh, spinning round and round, such a heavy sound. Spinning round. Watch the colors bleed, exactly what I need. The heat from the dryer makes a fog upon the pane, separating me completely from the freezing rain. I watch the heavy fabric tumbling over in the heat, a hypnotic heavy rhythm right above the silent street. Forgotten heavy sock is lying in the corner dust, the neon sign above the door is covered up in rust. I fold my heavy sweaters very slowly one by one, hiding in this little room until the night is done. The metal drum is turning in the heavy and the sloop, a solitary figure sitting on the plastic stool. The temperature is rising in the humid little room, chasing out the shadows of the heavy midnight gloom. Watching the heavy circles in the midnight laundromat, listening to the rhythm of the heavy dripping tap, waiting for the spin cycle to take the dirt away, preparing for the heavy start of another empty day. If I could wash my memory inside the heavy soap and rinse away the sorrow, the heavy lack of hope, I'd put myself inside the drum and turn the water on and spin until the heavy pain is absolutely gone. But I just watch the timer slowly ticking to zero, a totally invisible and silence heavy hero. The cycle finally finishes, the buzzer sounds so loud, breaking through the quiet of the heavy lonely cloud. I put my clothes inside the bag and zip the heavy top, pushing up the spinning of my heavy mind would stop. Watching the heavy circles in the midnight laundromat, listening to the rhythm of the heavy dripping tap, waiting for the spin cycle to take the dirt away, preparing for the heavy start of another empty day. Cycle complete, one fabric stepping out. Taking the heavy elevator down to -4, stepping out the middle of the heavy sliding door. The air is cold and smelling of the exhaust and the damp, walking down the center of the heavy spiral ramp. The yellow painted lines are fading slowly on the floor. I don't even know what I am coming down here for. The concrete pillars stand like like heavy trees inside a wood, hiding in the underground exactly as I should. The heavy metal boxes sleep quietly in a row. This is the lowest level where the human beings go. A heavy single drop of water falls from up above, a subterranean echo of a heavy lack of love. Buried in the concrete of the parking garage, hiding in the shadows of a heavy, dark mirage. The city is vibrating on the surface, far away, but down here in the darkness, I'm going to decay. Underneath the ground, such a heavy sound. Footsteps in the dark, looking for a spark. The camera in the corner has a glowing tiny red, watching every movement of my heavy tired head. I lean against the hood of my heavy sleeping car. The ceiling is so low, but it feels so very far. The silence is a heavy blanket wrapped around my chest, the only place on earth where I can find a heavy rest. If the ceiling crashed upon me, I would never really know, crushed beneath the weight of the city down below. Heavy metal boxes sleep quietly in a row. This is the lowest level where the human beings go. A heavy single drop of water falls from up above, a subterranean echo of a heavy lack of love. Buried in the concrete of the parking garage, hiding in the shadows of a heavy, dark mirage. The city is vibrating on the surface, far away, but down here in the darkness, I'm going to decay. I take the heavy metal keys and hold them in my fist, a solitary ghost wrapped up inside a concrete mist. I don't wanna start the engine, don't wanna see the light. I just wanna evaporate inside the heavy night. The oil stains upon the ground look like a heavy map, bleeding completely nowhere in this heavy concrete trap. The surface is a heavy storm of voices and of noise, a heavy battleground for the broken girls and boys. But down on level 4 there is absolutely peace, where all the heavy expectations finally release. Buried in the concrete of the parking garage, buried in the concrete of the parking garage, hiding in the shadows of a heavy, dark mirage. The city is vibrating on the surface, far away, but down here in the darkness, I'm going to decay. Level -4, engine off, concrete walls. Buried deep. Sinking deeply down into the heavy velvet chair, breathing in the polished wood and conditioned air. The heavy crystal chandelier is dimmed down to a spark, hanging like a galaxy suspended in the dark. The night porter is sleeping with his head upon his hand. I am the only wakeful soul inside this quiet land. The grand piano in the corner is locked and it is closed. The heavy golden secrets of the lobby are exposed. 100 heavy keys are hanging silent on the wall. Nobody is walking down the heavy carpet hall. The brass is shining softly in the pale electric light. I am completely swallowed by the belly of the night. Sitting in the lobby of the grand and heavy inn, where the heavy walls absorb the sorrow and the sin. A temporary castle for the ones who roam alone. Listen to the heavy breathing of the marble stone. For the dawn, all the guests are gone. The heavy turning doors are locked against the city street, trapping in the silence in the heavy vintage heat. I look at all the oil paintings hanging in a row, faces of the people from a heavy long ago. A solitary ice machine is dropping heavy cubes, water flowing silently inside the copper tubes. This is a heavy sanctuary out of space and time. We're doing absolutely nothing, isn't any crime. 100 heavy keys are hanging silent on the wall. Nobody is walking down the heavy carpet hall. The brass is shining softly in the pale electric light. I am completely swallowed by the belly of the night. Sitting in the lobby of the grand and heavy inn, where the heavy walls absorb the sorrow and the sin. A temporary castle for the ones who roam alone. Listening to the heavy breathing of the marble stone. Every single room above contains a sleeping soul, but down here in the lobby I am completely whole. The shadows stretch and crawl across the heavy pattern rug. I'm sinking deeper down inside this heavy velvet hug. I don't have a room key, I don't really have a bed, just a heavy collection of the thoughts inside my head. Golden chime, but nobody steps out into the heavy silent time. The doors close up again and take the empty cart away, leaving me completely ready for the heavy day. Sitting in the lobby of the grand and heavy inn, where the heavy walls absorb the sorrow and the sin. A temporary castle for the ones who roam alone, listening to the heavy breathing of the marble stone. Check out time. Do not disturb. Marble floors. Walking down the aisle of the heavy black like machines, processing the heavy weight of everybody's dreams. The temperature is freezing, blowing heavy on my skin. A sterile metal temple untouched by human sin. Millions of the heavy lights are blinking blue and green. The most artificial heavy forest I have ever seen. Cables running overhead like heavy plastic vines, carrying the secrets through the optical tight lines. The roaring of the cooling fans is drowning out my mind, leaving the organic, heavy, messy world behind. No sunlight ever penetrates the heavy metal wall, listening to the digital and heavy silent call. Lost inside the servers of the heavy data core, a digital horizon on a heavy freezing floor. The memory of humanity is spinning in the rock, and I am never ever gonna turn and wander back. Oh, but in the blinking light, in this digital night. In the blinking light, in this digital night. Terabytes of pain, artificial brain. Every single photograph and every single text, waiting in the heavy dark to see what happens next. I press my warm hand on the freezing heavy steel, trying to remember how a human is supposed to feel. The processors are calculating heavy loads of math, paving out a glowing and completely perfect path. I am just a fleshy heavy error in the code, walking down this very quiet electronic road. The roaring of the cooling fans is drowning out my mind, leaving the organic, heavy, messy world behind. No sunlight ever penetrates the heavy metal wall, listening to the digital and heavy silent call. Lost inside the servers of the heavy data core, a digital horizon on a heavy freezing floor. The memory of humanity is spinning in the rock, and I am never ever gonna turn it, wander back. I could pull a heavy wire and shut the system down and paralyze the beating of the heavy digital town. But I am hypnotized by the beauty of the glow, the most heavy, perfect rhythm that I will ever know. My breath is making clouds in the heavy freezing air, a ghost inside the mainframe, with a heavy, empty stare. The outside world is dying in the fire and the heat, but in here the heavy algorithms keep the steady beat. A frozen heavy paradise of logic and of wire, beautifully, perfectly in heavy cold desire. Lost inside the servers of the heavy data core, a digital horizon on a heavy freezing floor. The memory of humanity is spinning in the rock, and I am never ever gonna turn it and wander back. Is the system offline? Cooling down. It's 0 and 1, 1.